talking and they'll hear me. All right, good deal. Welcome everybody to another episode of Gone Fishing. I'm your host tonight, Ray, along with Mike. And tonight we're just going to talk some fishing. I go on vacation as of today, so
Oh, wait. You don't work tomorrow?
no work tomorrow.
When do you leave?
3:30 in the morning
Tonight?
tonight, something like that. I have to leave my house
Must be nice.
tomorrow night. This time, be having good cold drinks in Costa
Bit bougie.
Rica. But anyway, hey, so we welcome. We got a bunch of people watching already. Chris Sherman, what's up? Andrea, I'll see you tomorrow in Costa Rica. And yeah, our date got canceled in Miami tomorrow morning, so we'll have to wait till we get to Costa Rica. And
Wait,
Jason,
you're
what's up?
setting up dates?
I got dates. I got
Barb know this?
yeah, well, yeah. Multiple women want to come and hang out with me in Costa Rica.
I just can't believe that. That's bullshit.
So I'm sitting there getting ready now. I'm ready to go and get out. But anyway, talking about a week of fishing. I learned something the other night out fishing
What'd you learn?
that when you're using a lure that has one spinner on the back, don't treat it like a frog bringing it through the weeds. I mean, once you get out of the weeds and you get in actually good water, you need to just start reeling it in, make that spinner spin the whole time. I just kept using it like a frog. So the one night I went out and missed all the fish, I missed one, and I said to myself, Chris, I got 5 foot of freaking slack in my line. By the time I actually was pulling it, that thing's already been underwater for too long. So I learned a little lesson. As soon as I learned that, it
So
changed everything up. It changed the
wait,
whole thing.
before you go on, then I'm just saying this because I'm trying to figure this out. So
Like with a frog, you're
you
just pulling back a little bit, and you're just pulling it
kind of
like
walking it across
yeah,
the way.
right. And then once you get out into like
You,
open water, you're either reeling it in a little bit, or you're just still hopping it along.
oh, but just
But you're
park it.
keeping, yeah, you're keeping it tighter though. Like where I wasn't doing it, I was just coming out of the weeds and thinking, oh, nothing's going to bite. And anyway, but I learned that. So at my age, I still learn when I'm out there
That's
fishing.
old, by the
And
way.
that is all.
That is old.
But see, I'm used to using like spinners, where inline spinners, where you're steadily reeling in the whole
Yeah.
time. So there's no slack. Something hits it, you feel it right away. But anyway, really exciting, fun week. Got to go out of state again and go do some more fishing, which was fun. I'm liking the out of state fishing. It's different. It's nice to get out of Delaware where it's everywhere you go. Like the other day, I drove by one of our go-to spots. There's 6 cars there
Uh-huh.
at 5:30 at night. I'm like, it's already tough when there's 3, 4 of us out there. 6 cars out there, and that's because they got the other pond closed.
Yeah, just so you guys are all aware, they shut down one of our go-to spots because there was basically they're using it as a fill place when they dredge the canal by us. And this has been a long time coming. We knew this was coming, but they still let us fish it, but people were starting to sabotage the
So they
equipment
kicked us
that
out.
was there. So they put up the Jersey dividers, signs, and we can't fish it because of a few bad apples. And I get what these people were trying to do. In the long run, they really ruined it for the rest of us, what we could do. On
But
the
then
upside, they might find when they do drain it, they find your old
we'll
ankle
find
hold.
another ankle pole. Maybe I can go in there and let me walk around and grab it. Be an
Maybe
artifact.
be an artifact.
Yeah, either that or they're going to build it under a bunch of condos or something like that. But
Either way, some
something's going to be
future
found.
generation's gonna find
I
Ray's
know.
ankle hole.
They're going to be like, yo, what's this? My spear back in the day and whatever.
Mhm.
But Friday we went out fishing. We enjoyed our morning out. Nice morning and everything. Met a nice guy.
Great guy.
It's awesome when you're out on the water, and especially when you're out in kayaks. Now, this guy was in a regular boat, but we were out in our kayaks. It's kind of cool to be out there like that, just to talk to different people. And then when we were leaving, we had the boys that were getting nice and on, filling up the area real nice, and then but everybody was
They were
fun.
very aromatic.
Oh yeah, they were very aromatic. But they were. It was nice. It was everybody talked to you. Everybody had respect for you.
And who we met. was really very helpful. He was kind of a little skeptical at first because this is an area that not a lot of people fish, and he's like, "Well, how'd you find out about it?" Ray and I, as I've said, do a lot of Google Maps and searching, and then we talk to afterwards. We don't ask people where they go because that's not really the right way. We ask people,
Are we wasting our time going here?
yes, exactly,
Yeah.
and that's how this turned out. And when we got out there, there was a guy. They had a boat with a motor, and they had a bow set up, but they weren't bow fishing. They were just trying to shoot some carp.
Yeah.
I have no problem with shooting carp.
I mean, we used to have a T-shirt that said "Kill a carp, save a walleye."
Yeah.
I don't know, as crazy as that, that's what it was. Kill a carp, save a walleye. I wish I still had that shirt, but it probably wouldn't fit me now. I was a lot, smaller then when I had that shirt.
Wait, wait, wait.
So, but
When were you smaller?
shooting carp back in the day was even bigger. Like on,
No, we
like
gotta go back to when you were
well,
smaller.
I'll get back there. But like we would go out and you would see it a lot. We would actually carry a bow and arrow with us sometimes
Oh yeah.
and shoot them as we were going down the creek as they were coming up. So it was kind of
Well, they had the real rig for going out and shooting carp. I'm sorry if I'm looking at things. I actually need to find my glasses. I can't see shit. I do want to give a shout out to friends. Ray, continue.
What's up, John?
John, we need to talk to you, man, because event that invited me to, I'm wondering if that's something that we could actually broadcast. So,
Just even if it's like a 5-10 minute clip or something.
yeah, just something that we could drum up a little business, promote it, promote it beforehand, that type of thing. So, I don't know. Let me know.
Yeah.
Um,
But I'm ready for a vacation, John. I am ready. So ready. I need this, especially after that last vacation. The last one, everybody got sick on, everybody got the vid. Oh, it was terrible. Worst vacation ever.
oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You
So
got,
I'm going, feeling healthy now. I'm feeling good. I don't like going on the planes. I'm like kind of freaking out tomorrow. I think that's where I got sick from, was being on the plane. I'm I don't like the people when they sit there and they cough and hack and they're right in front of you and it's like, what are you doing? It's like I'll sit there like the one day when we went away, the person next to me kept coughing the whole time and we were flying first class. So I'm like, I'm like, oh man, that's a little decency. Cover your mouth. So I'm sitting there also. I just pulled my shirt right over top of my face. Not even covering. I just coughing all over the place. And of course, yeah. I mean, yeah, it was just gross. But anyway, planes are
so
gross.
I'm
Planes are
actually, so Dick Campbell, he's one that I've been talking to about this. He knows a lot of stuff
a pond.
about the pond. This is the guy we met.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, you met him the one day out on
yes,
I wasn't out there that day.
and he's
The
been
guy we
trying.
met the other day was a guy named Bill.
Yes, and Bill Salerno,
Yeah.
and Bill and I have been talking. This is who I've met when we were on one of our in another state. Our last fishing. Bill's a great guy. He was the one that was looking
The
um,
carps.
for the carp, but he
Catching
did
snakeheads and bass.
and bass,
Mm,
and
fair enough.
he kind of told us. And this place was great. Um, I gotta say, I probably saw the biggest, fish. And I actually stopped Ray because Ray was. We were heading out. We were fishing our way out. We were doing it kind of fast because I was trying to get home because I thought I was bringing Michael to get his driver's license. But we were fishing it fast. I came around this bend. I saw this friggin' torpedo come from one side. The wake it made when it hit the pads on the other side, the way the pads just parted. I said, this thing's huge. So I set up and I backed up. I set up my pole anchor and I knew it was deep in the pads, but I was like still gonna I get nothing. But this was big
You know, the other
fish.
night when I went out with Greg, I had one hit, and I didn't realize. I know when they exhale, they put a bunch of bubbles out, and usually it's bubbles. This one was bubbles. Like I'm
Mhm.
talking like 2 foot, 3 foot of bubbles. I wish Greg was on. He would definitely vouch for me on that because he looked right at me and said, "That right there probably was your drag. It was a monster fish." But
We'll get them.
oh
It's
yeah,
it's
I
early.
I think
It's
it's
full.
yeah. I think this year the 25 balls.
Yeah, but I went out
Some of the
and
spots we've been at out of state, primal great would be crazy in there
sir, yes, sir.
because you can see the edges. So you would go up in there, you would be able to see where they're.
So a lot of the places we fish, the water's murky. We can't see under. Where we were fishing, you can see crystal clear. You can see, and actually, it wasn't pressured because the turtles they're coming right up to the boat. Like, hey,
Oh yeah,
what's up, man?
you could reach out and pet the turtles, man. It was like a petting zoo for the turtles.
Yeah, for real. That was kind of crazy when
And
we were.
the beavers are crazy in there. And I'm talking like the other night we saw one. I swear his head had to be. I literally thought it was a dog coming through the water at first. I was just like, oh, his dog's in the water swimming. I mean, that's how big this head was coming through the water. That beaver had to be easy 60 to 80 pounds. That was a monster beaver, and there's no pressure in there.
Nothing wrong with the monster.
Big beaver's good. Yeah, small beaver better.
I mean, saying I ain't responding to
Well,
that.
yeah, smaller beaver is nice because it doesn't hit your boat. I don't know what you guys are thinking, you know. But hey, by the way, we have Paul Tony in the house tonight, the guy who made our bar.
Hey guys, can you do a mic or a camera turnaround, Michael? Will it go that far? I don't. No, I think it.
We'll bring him on in a little bit. Oh, he's just gonna spin. You're gonna not see us no more. We're going, man. We're going.
This is the Facebook Live. What's up? This is a gentleman who hooked us up with
There's
this
Paul
bar.
right there.
Um, don't put him on too much on the spot. You can turn it around. He's
Yeah.
like
You need any? You need any? You need any carpentry work, man? That's in and out construction right there. That's your man right there. Yeah.
well, we got Michael running the show.
Yeah, Michael's running the show. He's controlling the camera tonight. He's doing it all tonight. He's in charge. This is used to be the Bible. And now I don't really fish with any of this stuff. I have so much of it, I don't even need it no more. I just lay it up here. I thought maybe you I just thought, you
Are
know.
you bougie?
Well no, I thought you might need some of these crankbaits next time we go out to the river
Uh,
so you know you can get they're on
listen,
sale.
when I need crankbaits, what do I do? That night before, I tell you what colors am I looking for,
Yeah, that's about it.
or not the night before, but I not my specialty.
You know?
I'm top water.
Yeah.
I know everything about top water. Everything, you guys. I don't claim to know
You're
everything,
the expert.
but I know a lot. That's my niche. Top water, hollow body. But when it comes to crankbaits, where I grew up and fished, I use soft plastics. Uh,
Like rubber worm, stuff like that.
yeah, and now Ray's kind of making me fish out of my comfort. I actually love. I don't really know how to do as much with spinners besides chum. And now we're fishing spinners or
Yeah,
walleye
snake
uh,
oh yeah, all kinds of stuff.
and chatterbaits, and that's not my comfort. So he's hooking me up with
Chatter baits are my.
them, but they're actually really.
They feel nice when they're coming through the water and you're retrieving it. You can feel every little bounce on. But I I have had no luck on. But again, I'm not sitting there using them all night long.
Well,
I'm using it.
let's um Michael, can you create some a poll on there? How do you use chatterbaits? Because it's something that I'm not comfortable with.
You just
Because
throw it out there and retrieve it. You
yeah,
sit there, bounce it out there, jig it, and whatever. I mean,
I don't know how to use
that's a good.
chatterbait to its full potential. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's like a buzz bait.
Yeah.
I throw a buzz bait out, I just reel it in.
Yeah.
Um,
You get reel it in. What do you know? C. None of the above. There you go. That's your poll right there. C. None of the above, and we'll have to figure it out. Or D. We just suck because we don't use them.
that's probably most of
Yeah.
it. We just suck.
Yeah.
But
I don't like try. I try to use them every now and then. I do try them out like every now and then. I've never.
it's not comfortable for us.
Right. I've actually caught a largemouth on it, and that's the only thing I caught. And the I've had them rip the rubber worm off of it, so I've got hits on it. But again, I don't use it, and I don't use it enough to keep it going. So
Well, that brings us to a point that I know Ray cautioning cautioning him against because he has this problem, the snakehead destroyer, and I'm going to bring this in very cautiously because the snakehead destroyers, I've
they're
gotten
awesome.
I've gotten a lot of hits on, but the one thing that I've had problems with from snakehead outlaws, these destroyers, they're great lures, but I'm getting a lot of back hit. Right. You know,
Yeah, it's a they're awesome to have. They're but
I
the worm, you get one hit and the worm's ripped in half. Sometimes, not all the time.
no,
Last year I had one that lasted for three of them until the worm ripped in half. But it's I think they should all be set up with hooking
or
because when my big issue is with them, which is weird, but it's the issue I have. Put the top in, and then you put the hook in, and it rips the worm.
you have to. So this took a
I'm
lot
gonna
of practice,
count it off a brand new one. So I counted the rings. I was like, okay, nine rings, put it in, and it still
and you
ripped.
have to bend the out of it
Yeah, to get it to go on
and
there.
go straight up and straight. I know that, but at the same time, I understand what you're talking about. I get a lot of hits where they're hitting the tail, and I can see two solutions to this that could help them. And Jesse Frank, I mean,
It's
since you
not.
need,
It's
I'm just saying,
need a tougher worm.
like a salt,
The hook. It's a weird setup. Like it's like a rounded hook. It has like a little thing where it looks like a fin in the back that's a spring screws into the back of the worm, and in the front, the hook that screws into the top of the head, and then you put the hook in. Yeah, in the back. So it stands out. But
so a
every time the
tougher.
fish hit it, if they don't hit the hook, they shred the worm. The worms. That I don't have one on. Forget it.
So if you use if they use a salt plastic, a tougher plastic,
They
that
put
could
glass on.
yeah, but it's also going to affect the action. I don't know. I don't have a solution. I'm just
That's where we need Jesse and Frank to,
get
on the
on here.
show so we can ask and bounce
Or
questions off them.
can they set up a rig where they have a double hook? It's still going to affect the action.
Yeah, that was,
But if there's a hook,
all the action I think really is just in that little half inch of the worm that's on the back with the spinner on.
but if you have a hook with braided or mono that comes from the initial hook and it goes toward the tail that has a lighter hook in the back. So if they hit the back and they hit the back, you're still going to get the fish. I don't know how this works.
Yeah,
I don't claim to be an expert.
yeah, we're not an
But
expert on that, but
you
it's
see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So if the back of the lure gets hit,
like
then
like I have one on my one rod up there where it has the paddle tail on it. That's a reaction hook. Got them off of Amazon, and I just made it has a little tiny spinner on the back. Greg introduced that to me. That's great. I can hook it. I can do everything. It does good. Problem is you see that paddle tail has about an inch to 2 inches off the back of it.
can you grab that so we can?
It's just a rod. It's
We're
just a
pointing at
little
something
rod. No, not that one. The one with the
all the way in the back.
all the way in the back. There you go. That one. So that right there, Greg turned me on to that, and that actually works really good. The only problem is when it goes into a fish, his mouth grabs. Really much stuff. So can you see that right there? How it zooms up.
I'm gonna loop so we can do take your hand off of it so they can see.
That good? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. So you see the hook's in there. It's screwed into the top of the head, and it has this spinner down there. So when it
And
hit,
what I
but the
find is
problem is they're hitting it when they hit it here. This has been hit. This thing I've had now for 3 weeks, and it's still brand new. Like it still works. It's nothing wrong with the work.
but that's a harder plastic. But the other thing is the spinners underneath,
Yeah,
like the snaky spin, like some of
yeah.
those, which is awesome. But when you have the spinner back here and the fish is focusing on that and they come up like this,
They're grabbing the worm and tearing it up. Yeah, it's just
and
one of them
it's
things.
not a total flaw, but this time of year, what we're seeing is that we're getting, I gotta say, these guys asked me, I went out the other night to one of our local places and they said, you get anything? I mean, nothing in the boat, but I got a few half-assed blow. And that's what was happening. They weren't really hitting it like when you have a warm summer day, I would get these blow-ups where they're aggressively taking the bait. I'm not getting as much of that lately. I'm getting where they're kind of half-ass hitting the bait. A lot of them are bumps. So I'm getting the back end, and that's been the issue. Okay.
Let me just give a couple shout outs. Jay, what's up, man? Did you move yet, Jay? And Brian, what's going on? And Hendo, what's up, man? How's Goose doing? Hopefully he's out there preparing for his next
I know.
tournament. Yeah, Hendo's on Facebook.
Can Goose get on?
Goose isn't on yet. You don't see Goose.
Okay.
But,
And
but anyway, but yeah, it was these past couple of nights. It's everything's changing.
well, you went.
I went the day before last week. And then me and you went Friday,
We went Friday.
and then I went Tuesday this week. It's just because of my trip. I had estimates to go do. I had a bunch of stuff I had to go out and do.
I so I made a mistake here. I didn't get on. I usually watch the Facebook thread, and I didn't get on before, so I keep getting distracted.
I have them both. I have everything.
Okay, just let me know so I
Yeah,
don't have.
no, Hender's on there.
Um,
Said he's getting his G on. Hendo said he's getting his G on.
I don't know what G is.
Getting goosey, baby. Getting goosey going out there, man. Doing the honk, 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 man. Grab the Ranger net. Love it, man. I love it.
Nice.
Yeah. I like seeing him doing good and everything, too.
So
That's good.
Goose, also when
Tender,
you
not,
do get
it's the dad.
okay, but Hendo, when Goose gets on, give us a
Oh, Goose is on now. Goose is on. What's up,
so
Goose?
Goose.
What's the G? When you're getting your G on, we want to know what is getting your G on. That you're getting your G with it? No, 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 no. Getting G with it. Yeah,
So oh, I hear.
starts coming out, man. It's the week, man.
So what we need, we are expanding. I have things, but I would, I need to have a way for me to say, Goose, call in and tell us about this thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hendo said it was a typo.
What was?
uh,
The G.
yeah, he said he was getting on.
Oh,
He was he was
it was,
he was logging on, but he was getting his G on, and he put some
it
chips in
was
his.
like OG, original Fishin.
Yeah. No, I slowly retrieve it. Slow, very slow. Like I mean, it depends. Depends on fishing, but most of the time I'll retrieve it
The
slow.
vibration on the chatterbait is depending on the size, but in general, like you feel
Yeah.
that through, and I'm using a medium heavy rod, and my rods, I could feel it right through my.
When I'm using the bait caster, I feel it really good. Like you
Yeah.
can feel every little bounce on it. So, but yeah, no, I mean, I would love that kind of action because I've all my life I've been like a spinner fisherman.
And if you're fishing a place that like I've heard they work great at lums. I in general haven't had a whole lot of luck at lums, but
I don't
that would
fish.
make sense because lums can be pretty murky. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And
No,
if
I really think that with them, it's more of the vibration.
that's what I mean, but
It's the
if you're
vibration. So if the water's a little murky, it really wouldn't matter.
no, but
Because
it will attract fish
yeah,
because they don't can't see that
right.
they got the vibration.
Yeah.
So Ray actually asked me about going to one of, and we actually thought about it going to one of the local dams, but we had rainstorms coming,
Yeah. That
and
ruins that.
and we didn't want to deal with the murky water because that could be a big issue. Because a lot of the fish that we fish for are safely where they're like when we fish a lot of these spots, we go our hot times are obviously
Or in
during,
July and August.
but also early morning, late
Yeah.
afternoon. Um,
During the heat of the summer, it's late night, like half hour before dark.
and this is
Personally,
something that you and I have talked about this week. I don't like early mornings, you know. It's some of the fish that we fish for as it warms up get more active, but not all of them. Like if we went up to the one place that we were talking about by the dam, that has no impact on it because
yeah,
those are cold water fish.
yeah,
But if we're going to some of the local places, okay, I don't have as much interest as first because those fish are gonna wait till the water warms up and they're gonna be active. It goes on. If you look, they tell you to fish outside where the sun has warmed up more of the day. And when I'm out, I kind of feel like I'm overkill because I know my kayak setup, but at the same time, so I have the fish finder on there. I don't look at the honestly, it's most of the places are so shallow. I'm not looking at
you
the.
don't really need to look at it.
I'm looking at water temperature and depth,
Yeah,
so I don't bottom out with my propeller.
kayak, yeah,
But I'm not looking at where the fish are. I'm not looking at the side imaging. I'm looking at where I get the warmer water temperature and where I not gonna tear up my propeller. That's God's honest
yeah.
truth.
Oh yeah. Did you buy an extra propeller for your kayak?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just saying. That's like that was the first thing I was told to do. Buy an extra
Too cheap. Like
$30.
that's not too.
But you want to have them because God forbid, like when you're in the Susquehanna fishing, rocks are this far underwater. One clip and you bust that thing up. You
That's the
it's either
one.
that or you're paddling. But we're already fishing in
I have a,
shallow water.
my motor would cost $2,500. So for $30 prop, now this is something that I'm learning as we go. When we went to that last place, that was uncharted territory
Mm-hmm.
as far as my GPS, which was great because if I catch a fish here, I could hit mark.
Mm-hmm.
If I catch a fish
I could
here,
do that with mine
I
too.
could hit mark, but these were not. So it was all going through the GPS. And the next time I go there, if I really wanted to,
Can you just reload back on in your kayak or just drive you right and back?
same track.
Yeah.
So if we're on Octoraro and we go this
To the
way up
left like we usually do
and then come back down the right, I could hit that, drive at the same speeds that I did it.
before. Yeah,
And
that's
all I
nice.
have to do,
What happens if your battery dies in that meantime? Like if your battery dies in between it, do you lose? Do you lose that
no,
GPS?
no, it's stored in there,
Okay.
but what I do need to do is get a card
An
so that
SD
I
card,
because I need to be able to transfer it to an app
and
on
you
my
can
computer
save it. Yeah.
because
So you can put an SD card in that.
oh yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
so I could do that. But I'm still learning on this thing. I have not even scratched the water with what I can do.
Oh yeah, there's so much you can do with that. Hey, by the way, Goose said he caught his personal best largemouth on a black and blue crankbait.
What was it, Goose?
Caught his largemouth. Largemouth.
I know, but
That's what I
I
think.
want to know.
Wait, he did his personal best large. I didn't read the whole thing. His personal best largemouth was on a black and blue chatterbait.
I want to know what size it is because just out of not trying to put you on the spot. Just,
How do you do it? How do you use your crankbait, Goose? Do you sit there and just steadily retrieve it? Do you steadily retrieve it, or do you jig it? Oh, 4 pounds. Nice. Push 5 pounds.
no,
I don't have any on over there.
I don't know. What is that bait on there? The soft bait.
Okay, which one are you looking at? Oh, that's just a paddle tail with a spinner with a jig on the end of it. So I buy them.
That'd be
That's
called
nothing to do with tails. That's just a custom made thing. That's just a little. They have something. Yeah, they have. Yeah, they have a snaky spin. They have a destroyer. Open that top drawer behind you. To your right. You're gonna see a box with some rubber stuff in it. Not that one. Is there another one in there? No. Hey, go in there, Paul. That crate over there. Go in that crate. There should be a box. No, not that one. Not that one. I'm sorry. The wooden crate. Pull it out. Is your boxes down in there? Okay, so open that up. See that? This is the Dragon Destroyer. So I'll get this on the camera. So if you could see this, so this spinner screws into the back. This is by Snakehead Outlaws. I absolutely love this thing because it doesn't sink. It stays pretty much on top. That one's the subsurface, so that one has a weight on it, so it's going to take it down a couple inches. But this here, the problem with this is what I have with like this is a newer one, so I haven't had to do any rigging with this one yet. This one here, as you can see, was new. You see how the hook's loose? Yeah. You have to try to hook that in there, and you have to bend the shit out of this. My fingers are like cut. I can't feel the hook in. I can feel the pressure of the hook, but I can't feel the hook goes in your finger. But the problem is you see how it's all ripped up? Yeah. That's from the snakeheads eating the back of it, and they're eating, they're pulling it, and they're pulling. So then this breaks off, and when this breaks off, this thing's null void. But this unscrews right out of it. Okay. So that's why I keep them. Yeah, this doesn't have any extras. Oh, here they are. Here's some extra spinners for the back. You see how they right in there. Yes, so see it has that little hook goes up in there, and you just screw it all the way up, so it makes it like a spinner. Like
Big fan of this color too, by the way.
green pumpkin. That's a Susquehanna killer right there. That color right there. That's probably one of the best. My go-to.
This is what I was using on the. Is this one in front
There's a
of it?
chatterbait. That's what we're talking about. That's a chatterbait.
That's a chatterbait with a soft bait on the back. Don't always have that. Sometimes
Now
you just
Goose
have.
says he reels it straight and slow, and then every once in a while he'll speed it up and slow it down again. So he just reels it in. So this is just to be reeled in slow. So and then this is the reaction. This is the reaction. Hooks up. You get them on Amazon. So that's what it looks like. So you can screw your worm in there. It has your bottom spinner on.
And this color on the Snakehead Destroyer has done the best for me personally. So it looks like
That one's
that.
never been undone. So that one's why that one still looks good. The white, but I don't really have much luck on the white.
No, but this one,
Pink and the green were my big.
that has done really well for me.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because it's a neutral pond color, but the other side of it is they hit the tail a lot because of color. So they can't see it. But when we were fishing, we stopped at one spot, and Ray will tell you
Hey, good night, Goose. Goose
he
had to
could
go.
he could literally see the snakeheads sitting right
Yeah.
when I stopped to talk, and you were on the other side of that little barrier.
Oh, I was seeing them. They were right there. They were actually. I was actually throwing that subsurface one with the little reaction hook on it. I was throwing it down. They were. I was actually watching them come up to the back of it and just grabbing the tail and going back down. But as a little guy, like I don't know about
It's all
anybody
good.
else. When you're out fishing for snakeheads, I swear everyone I catch is over 2 foot. They're all like 24 to 26 inches. When we're in that place, we're out of state. Dude, I've seen more snakeheads that are like 16 to 18 inches.
Early in the season though,
But they're still small. Like we don't see small ones in when you're fishing the pond.
because we don't see shit.
But in that pond, like you see them. Like when they're yeah, we don't see them even during fry ball. You don't see them, but still, you fishing them during fry ball, you're catching them. They're not 18. I think last year I caught out of all the snakeheads I caught last year, I think I caught one, and it was 18 inches. That's the smallest snakehead I've ever caught.
The only snakehead I ever caught, I couldn't believe it. Fucking hit it was on a slayer rat, a full size slayer rat, and this thing must have been 6 inches. And that
I
little
ain't never seen
freak,
one that small. That'd be awesome,
oh
though.
shit, I'm, I'll get that picture because I
Uh,
took a picture because I was like ambitious
you could have probably took it right out and tried to use it for bait. See, ate that.
for real,
'Cause
for real,
yeah.
as they say. Like this thing was, I don't know what the hell it was thinking. It was not much bigger than my bait, but it went after it and it took that big ass hook.
Well, their mouths open up pretty wide anyway. But it was cool because fishing, when we were fishing the other day, it was cool watching them because I was literally watching them come out of the weeds and coming right behind. They weren't coming at it real aggressively or nothing. They were hitting it, but just like grabbing and I was like, I could watch them. But every time they would hit it, they're a foot away from my boat. And I swear they're seeing me. But the little one came out like 4 or 5 times, and then there was a bigger one in there. He was probably about 24 to 26 inches. He kept coming out. I couldn't. He swiped out at one time, and then I just never got him to come back out again. Every time I did it, the little one came out.
But
So
bass I caught were fun because they were right on the edge, hit them right off the pads, and as soon as they hit, they popped, and then they went straight across into deeper water, and my line just flew across the water. That was really fun.
we are drinking Blanton's tonight. Blanton's bourbon tonight, Brian. We got a nice bottle here. Hold on, we're gonna bring
Where's
it
that
here.
from?
Blanton's, baby. Brian Yates.
Ryan?
That's Brian's the one that gave us the Widow Jane.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, might as
little
well.
topper. I'm on vacation, guys, so you know. Topper. I only want a little bit. I gotta drive in the morning. Hey, one more of that.
Oh, not too much. I gotta work in the morning.
Yeah. Save this bottle of Blanton's just for Paul. Now, Brian, you need to come over to the house and for work one day. I work with Brian at the grocery store. He's the produce manager. So he turned this one to the Widow Jane.
Yeah.
Paul's with me here. That's who I went over and drank some of that with the one day, but he was the one who gave it to me. That was a good one. Yeah, it was good. It was real good.
This is actually really a cool packaging. It looks.
So supposedly Blanton's has, but all the horses are different. So supposedly you're supposed to save all the lids, and the new thing they got out now, they'll spell out Blanton's when you call the different horses. How it does it, I have no idea. But it's supposed to spell out Blanton's.
So this is your first one.
But I had a drunk guy tell me that too, so who knows how true that shit is.
What is the guy outside Wawa?
No, no, no. Still handsy. Somebody used to work for a liquor store. It's like, oh yeah, then you hold on to it, it'll be yeah, but yeah, got a good bottle of blends. It's good. So
So Ray is going. Ray is really, really,
It's nothing to do with that.
and
Not the money.
and he makes so much money that he's going to. Well, you tell him.
I'm going to Costa Rica. I
See,
got a fishing trip planned on Tuesday with my captain down there, Armando. I don't see Armando.
you're not really making a good argument for you being rich.
No, I
You're
mean,
saying I went to Costa
I
Rica
got a guy.
and I got my captain.
I go down there, and I actually met this guy Armando for the first time through a I was on the resort.
Wait, I'm just.
Oh, I know. I was on a resort, and there was this guy. Oh God, what was his name? I'm gonna draw a blank. Anyway, he's from the United Kingdom. We were just sitting there one day, and I'm sitting there pounding Red Bull and vodkas. I mean, drinking the Red Bull, so it's making me even more talkative. And I'm drinking the vodka, which is freaking just, I'm just whatever. And this couple was sitting next to us, and I was like, "Oh, you guys are from England." You could tell right by the accent. And we were sitting there talking, and we started talking about fishing. And I'm like, "Oh, big fisherman," We started talking about different fishing. And then he sat there, and he was all like, "Hey, I got a fishing trip planned with this guy tomorrow. Let's go." And he's like, "$150." And I'm like, "$150? 150 each?" He's like, "No, 75 each and tip." I'm like, "Oh, we go." And I mean, he's went up a lot more since then, which he should because
No, it should.
he's growing clientele, which I like. But I wish Armando was on here. He is actually part of our Gone Fishing page. Armando is, um,
Where's
but
Armando? Armando, you're out there?
he's probably. To be honest with you, I don't know what Costa Rica is. I think they're only an hour behind us right now.
He might be
Um,
out in the water.
yeah, he might be either just getting done fishing for the night because he does his morning and does like a 1 to 6:30 in the evening. That's what I'm gonna. And we'll probably go out and go catch some rooster fish, some tuna, hopefully a wahoo.
So Ray is. I got Michael and Finn from last week on this. We're trying to actually do a split screen so we can pull Ray in with the Zoom so we can actually, if he's out there,
I won't be out on the water on Thursday because that's the night before I go
no,
home.
but he
So
can still talk to us. If he can't, it's fine.
I can go right down to the ocean, go right there and let you guys see the Pacific behind me. Yeah, I'll sit out in the water and wave to you guys. What's up? I gotta stay close to Wi-Fi. I have to stay close to Wi-Fi there because being out of the country.
We need to kind of short.
I'll be in the Ghana Costa area. Yeah, so I'm on the Pacific side.
Can you catch him?
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds like a disease.
Yeah, it does sound easy. I fly into Liberia Airport, I think it's called, in Costa Rica. It's, don't ask me that. I don't know. I don't know.
Spell it like it sounds.
Yeah,
It's X and Y, my.
yeah. Ask him if he knows Liberia Airport. Like one time we went into Costa Rica.
Maybe he knows this.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Actually, the last time I went out with my captain, um, there was a gentleman with him that was like the mate. Pretty much, the guy just drives the boat.
It's the most American thing ever. Is to assume that everyone from one country knows. Like,
But we're all from Delaware, and it seems like everybody knows somebody. It's like you run into somebody. It's like, and it's funny because you can hit up and you sit there and you look at people like, oh, they got five mutual friends. Let me see who their five mutual friends are. And then you're like, I know this. I know this guy. I actually met. Yeah, oh yeah.
okay, fair enough.
Happens all the time. But the guy I went out with is now every time I messages me, hit me up through Facebook. Here, my man's in Cabo surfing, so he's like a world class surfer. This one kid, his name's Farland, really good dude, and I really hope he's. I don't know. I doubt he'll be on the boat because it seems like he's doing like a lot of surfing lately. But no, man. I'm really excited. I love
I'm
hanging out with
excited for you,
Armando.
and I really,
I mean,
I don't know.
if you're ever in the Guanacosta area, I think that's correct how I'm saying. I could be wrong. My wife would be better at answering that one. But if you're ever in the area, I have a fishing captain for you. The guy puts you on fish. I think the last 3 times I've been out with him, caught 7 fish in that 5 hour period, which is good when you're out in 208 foot of water, 250 foot of water. Pretty damn good.
So he's kind of no.
Oh, and he's young. This dude's young. He's such a young guy. I mean, that's what I like about him. I'm kind of jealous of him. Maybe, yeah, it's going to. It's all you want to look. All you want to look. All you want to look is like look up Liberia Airport. It's Liberia, Liberia Airport, and that's the kind of area we're staying at a Secrets resort in Secrets Papagalos, something like that. I don't know how to sell them names. I'm going to work on my Spanish this week. All inclusive. Yeah.
So you need to do. What's that thing Matt does, Michael? Work on his Spanish. You need to do Duolingo.
Oh, it'll take me 2 days, and I'll be able to communicate a little bit. But you'd be surprised. A lot of the people are really good English down there, which is surprising.
I want to go fish o with Beto. That's Ray's way of communicating.
Nice.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like a lot of the people there some are broken English, something, and it's like when you're talking to somebody, you have to actually just like focus in what they're saying, you can understand. But like, no, I'll get pretty good with my Spanish. By the end of the week, I'll come home and it'll be, hola or whatever it is, and say goodnight. I'll figure it all out. Yeah, all that stuff. No, it's really nice. I mean, I enjoy it. It's a great country to go to. I like the fact that me being a photographer, my big thing is the birds that are down there because you see parrots that are actually in real life. Like they're not in a cage. They're actually out there real. It's amazing. And then here we have blackbirds for abundance. There, it's the parakeets. So when you look in the trees, it's all these little green birds everywhere. Oh, it's if you've never been, put it on your bucket list. It's not wasted time. It's a great trip. It's fun, and our trip's actually costing us really not a lot at all. We're part of a vacation package, and I mean, I'm going on this cheaper than I can go to Ocean City, Maryland for an entire week.
I've been told Costa Rica, Belize, those places.
Party area, big party.
You and I, Belize.
Belize, all right, we'll go.
I got my
We're
15th.
gonna catch some peacock bass.
I got my 15th.
All right, yeah.
And
We just have to bring the wives.
no,
My wife's not letting me go out of the country by myself.
no, but
It's not happening.
no, it's you and me.
I don't know if that'll happen.
Let's go to Cancun for her 50th for the first time. I got.
You can tell your wife you want to go. Or you want Dana? Mike wants to go. You gotta go fishing. You enjoy your 50th. I'm gonna go out and fish.
That's what I'm saying.
Is your wife older than you?
Yeah,
A little bit.
little.
Because you turn 50 next year.
I turned 50 in October.
Oh, so
She already turned
25.
25.
That's what I tell everybody I am. I always sit there and just tell people I'm 26.
But I'll be 25 in
Yeah, there you go.
I'll be 25 in October.
Once you get to 30, you're not supposed to count no more. You're supposed to go. Then you come back forward. At 60, you'll be like, oh, I'm only one.
When I was 18, do you think I would have thought I would have made that?
Yeah.
Almost everything. No. So year is a personal victory for me, for real. I'm like, shit, I'm turning 50 this year in October. I feel great.
It's funny. It's like
And I'm really immature, so it's awesome.
like with my situation with my fingers when I cut them. Every doctor I saw was just amazed about this. Like, and the first thing the one doctor says, "Well, at your age, I'd be, a little worried about like, it not healing as fast." But he's like I went back for my last X-ray 9 weeks after it happened. She was 10 weeks. And the guy's like, "You see all this white stuff?" And he was showing me the X-ray, and I said, "Oh, yeah, what's that?" He goes, "Oh, your new bone growing back already." And I'm like, "Really?" 'Cause I destroyed my middle finger bone,
Destroyed it.
and he just sat there. He's like, "That's all new bone marrow coming. Amazing." Like, at your age, and it always so.
That's cereal.
At your age, yeah, that's mustard flakes.
Tasty cakes for lunch.
Yeah. If I go into a store and they have YooHoo, damn right, I'm going right there and grab me a YooHoo right out of the refrigerator, man. I love YooHoo. My wife used to say, "How come I would get it?" She goes, "What are you, freaking 12?" I'm like, "Yeah, I enjoy my YooHoo." YooHoo. So,
Yeah, but you don't eat the good stuff.
I eat terrible.
You don't eat. When's the last time you had a vegetable?
I had Brussels sprouts tonight for dinner. I love
Really?
Brussels sprouts. I eat all vegetables. I don't eat fruit.
Crispy?
Roast it. Yeah.
Roasted balsamic vinegar?
Yeah, my daughter,
Oh,
told,
hell
my
yeah.
daughter told us to try tonight. She told us to try, oh God, some glazed balsamic and not just regular like liquid balsamic, like a little bit more thicker.
Yeah.
And tonight was the first night we took her advice on trying some. Oh
And a
my
little
God!
Parmesan?
No, we don't need Parmesan
Uh,
because the roasted flavor's got, yeah, a little something. Oh my God! But I love it. Oh, I love it. It's so good. But I eat all vegetables. Fruit. The only thing I eat is bananas and strawberries. I don't eat nothing else. I don't eat no apples. I'll eat apples. My wife's making apple pie. Once she cooks the apple pie, I won't eat the apples. Mushy.
huh? You're picky as hell, huh?
Yeah, so like I'll eat the apple and I'll dip it in the cinnamon and sugar and all that. But then, like when we go to, I don't know if you're eating at Melting Pot,
Yeah.
you go to Melting Pot and then they have like the first encores, like the cheese thing, and they'll bring you the apples and all that. I'll eat them apples all day long, but I won't take an apple to lunch and just bite into it. I just don't.
Nice.
Yeah, for slice it's easier. I think that's probably what it is. It's probably just easier. I mean, I like the flavor of an apple. Oranges, they're too mushy. I'm not, I mean,
I have a citric allergy. Can't eat apples.
can't
So
do lemons neither or limes, can.
in moderation, it's not like I have anaphylactic.
Like if I go out to a Mexican restaurant to go eat, I get a Modelo.
No,
It's like
I'm
when you
fine
get a
with that.
Corona where they put the lime in.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, okay.
It's like when
Yeah,
I drink a glass of orange juice, it soars around me. That's that's the only thing. It's not like I'm gonna die from it. It's just a inconvenience.
yeah.
Do it. Drink it from. Yeah.
The only, the only problem with the melting pot, and I think a lot of people have this problem, is you pay so much freaking damn money for two people, and you have to cook your own damn food.
Yeah.
But
But it's still a great experience.
the experience is phenomenal. For my wife's 50th birthday, I'd like to be a dinner date next time. It's a
You guys
good one,
plan
man.
on-
Yeah, be on dinner dates. If you were,
Can I come on a date?
we're not into threesomes.
That's fucked up. You won't let me in?
No, we do. You can come on the lunch dates when we go out with the.
Oh, it's a trial thing.
No, no, we go to Buffalo Wild Wings on Fridays off of 7, and you meet all these. Literally, you want to go see all the rich people? Ask Paul. Paul will tell you he was with me one Friday. There were all these, and all they do is talk about gambling. Oh, I'm gambling $10,000 on this game. Who the frick has that kind of money? That's what these guys do. They all have money, but you know what? When you're self-employed, and my mentality is I want to sit around people like that are successful.
Yeah, I get you.
Because and it's funny because my wife will call me up at 3 o'clock and she'll be like, "Don't be coming home all hammered." I'm not even drinking right now. It's almost like we're networking. It's exactly what it is. I mean, nobody's getting hammered. I mean, the one set of guys are landscape guys. They got to go back to work an hour and a half later. I mean, they own the company, but they still go out and do work. I have another guy. He's a mortgage guy. So he's got to go back into the office. We all go out and have two, three beers. You get done. You come home, your day's done.
It's not like when
But
we're
you're out there networking. It
It's
is
not like
corrupt.
us going fishing.
Nothing like that when we have a six pack all the time. Hey, by the way, Greg finally came through this week. He brought some beers. I didn't have to bring beers this week. That was nice. Greg came through for once.
Hey, that's harsh, man. They just threw you under the bus
I
saying
do.
you
I
don't
know Greg.
bring.
You know, because like what I get is I get these text messages from Greg. Well, he's coming from the city, so he takes his kayak in the back of his truck all day,
Hmm.
and then parks in a parking garage, goes to work in the bank. It's done, and then meets me out there, and he'll be like, "Hey man, stop by, bring your buddy a beer." Hey, I bring my buddy a beer. So I always take two Yinglings and two Miller Lights. I had two Miller Lights in my refrigerator. I don't drink Miller Lite, so I used to all the time. And I usually just have it here for my father-in-law or for anybody who comes over and just wants a beer, you know, give them a Miller Lite. But
You have
I got Yinglings, man. I got Yinglings.
so
Let's cook it. Have it.
This is Dewey beer.
Oh, it's Dewey beer.
Sun can.
Oh, okay.
What this
I'm a product of the University of Delaware, so I still drink natural lights.
bar with
If
No,
you
they still make
this.
PBR.
Yeah, I know. Natty Light.
So when I was in Vermont, PBR owns Bromley Mountain, and PBR was on tap for $1 for 16 ounces.
Get it for like 20. Okay.
I mean,
So
you
I
are,
drink,
PBR is really good out of a bottle.
and it's
It
really
can't
good on.
shoot out a can. Oh, no, it's awesome off top. Oh, yeah. That really is. No, it really is. I mean, it's weird, but it is.
But I,
But
if I'm
Fishin is
not
beer.
drinking this,
Drinking England.
I'm drinking. Yinling is my go-to, and if I'm like being bougie, if you will, I like really nice idea. But that those IPAs, they hit you hard.
Dude. It's like if you want to drink a lot, you drink.
I
Do for the night.
If you're just trying to catch a little buzz, you stay kind of on the little.
when I was in Vermont, I'd come back from snowboarding all day. Your friend, we go out to the bar. I'll never forget one night I drank 3 Ridge Runners after snowboarding all day and not eating. Ridge
Sounds
Runners,
like a
like,
rum drink.
no, it's a beer, but I can't remember its high alcohol content. I sat there and drank 3. I got up to go to the bathroom. Like,
For a little longer.
I have to
I'm
reevaluate
about to
this
sit
whole
there
situation.
don't break the seal because I ain't gonna make it to
This
reply to
was
the phone.
this was a awakening for me. Like, this is hitting me way harder.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So we are at 8:28.
Yeah, we're getting in our thing. So
We need to promote YouTube.
yeah,
Mhm.
YouTube. Everybody needs to go on there. Subscribe to YouTube. It's at Fishin Fishin 302. It's a small little thing that has that emblem on it. Click on it and
Put
subscribe.
that up again.
We need subscribers to YouTube. I mean, I'm really glad to see YouTube was pretty active tonight, which was absolutely awesome.
We're really trying to promote the YouTube thing because honestly, we want to make this.
We need some major production company to find us and
We need to make this more. Right
more
now, it's
profitable.
all out of pocket for us, and I'm not looking to be greedy or anything, but
Fun.
it is fun. But I do need to make this something that we could.
For me. 30s. Get GoFundMe.
And I don't necessarily want to do GoFundMe page. We could do the YouTube page. If we get enough people on YouTube and we continue with that, that will take care of us.
Last that you have with
Yeah.
And we don't need this thing that, like, if you don't subscribe, that Ray's gonna crawl into your bed at night and kind of slip next to you.
I only sleep with my cheetah thong on, so as long as you're okay with that, it's all okay. So
You don't need that.
you don't want to cry. You're gonna cry. We're coming in your house with my cheetah thong, knocking on your door. I'm gonna have it written across my chest. I've been out fishing 302.
Okay.
There's your image.
If you don't subscribe, this is what's
This
happening.
is going to happen to you. You're going to really regret it. I'm telling you. You're
You're
really
going to really regret it.
but anyway, I'm getting ready to go on vacation. I'm not going to be with you next week unless everything works out. We'll try it. I'm all about you. Everybody take good care of Mike next week. Get to sit there and talk for an hour.
I'm gonna talk for an hour.
What?
I'm going to blast
I'll at least chime in all the time in the comments. So I'll at least
I'm gonna
yeah.
blast
Yeah.
being in Costa
Well,
Rica
really
without
cool.
me.
You know what'd be really cool? I might have a monster drag board by Thursday.
And I am so gonna blast you.
Yeah. That happens. How doing this?
You just gave me a horrible image when no one
Sit this. You just spread it like that.
you better first warm. I'm
Well,
gonna
that
tell
was warm there.
you better hope so.
It's very warm.
Just saying, you better hope so.
Like the ice and water there is kind of like.
I don't
Well,
know.
I know. I know. I don't worry about shrinkage. For as longer it's so warm. But anyway, well, yeah, we appreciate it tonight. Everybody being here. Thanks, Paul, for joining us. Mike, again, thanks for doing all the camera work. And
Where are we going?
I'm going to Costa Rica, but I'm going. We'll see you next week, everybody. Enjoy.